And you may be wondering, what does Yzma from the Emperor's New Groove and Google Storage have in common? Well, I'll tell you. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I had this realization the other day that Google Storage is a metaphor for life. Hear me out. For the past 6 to 8 months maybe, I've been getting these alerts that my Google Storage is running low. So occasionally I'd go through these old photos and delete anything that I could part with, like a million sunset photos, photos of my exes, blurry photos, screenshots. That just bought me time before my storage would fill up again and the process would repeat. I'd see these little messages, you're running low on storage, and ignore it because I don't know what a gigabyte is. I don't know how many photos that holds. Maybe it'll be fine. It'll last me another 3 years. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. So I'd go on living my life, taking thousands of pictures of my pets because what else would I do? And eventually that big, red, giant lettered message pops up that my storage is full again and I need to do something about it. Did I forget that was coming? Nope. Did I push it to the back of my mind so I wouldn't have to deal with it? Yes. Did I come up with short-term solutions to avoid dealing with the underlying issue? Also yes. You know that when you get that alert in Google or in life, it's not like you're actually forgetting it. It's just sitting there in the back of your mind, and you know you need to address it every once in a while, and whether you realize it or not, the fact that it takes up space, even in the back of your mind, weighs you down. And it adds to that never-ending to-do list of things that you need to eventually get to, but don't want to now. That list builds up, it takes up space in your mind, and it adds this light pressure to everything you do because, you know, you could actually be doing something else. It's that little voice you hear when you finally sit down to rest at the end of the day that's like, don't you have stuff to take care of? Didn't you take out the trash? I've been talking about taking out the trash for days. In my mind, that little voice is Yzma from the Emperor's New Groove. And just yammering away at all the things that I should be doing that I'm failing at. And your mind becomes this cluttered, fragile place, so much so that when one more teeny little thing gets added to the top of the pile, it all comes gushing down. I've noticed it in myself that when I have a panic attack, the trigger is usually something small, but it's just the cherry on top of a big pile of triggers that I have been pushing down. So how do we stop? Where do we file things away that we can't get to now, but do eventually need to get to? Well, I think there's a few things that you can do to trick your brain to easing off the scary red messages that your brain storage is running low. I think the main thing is not putting things off. This may seem obvious, but when you come home and drop your keys or wallet or purse somewhere, don't just drop it on your table. Take the few extra steps and put it away in its away space. Or when you think about taking out the trash, just do it really quickly before your brain has time to talk you out of it. Try to act on things when they come to you. But this is a practice. You learn how to do this. You learn how to immediately act. So it might not happen right away, but try, and with little things as they come to you, try to just take care of them. This takes that small task right off your brain plate. We all have a lot going on in our lives these days, so much so that these little tasks are the ones that tend to build up, and we don't have time for them. We have bigger things to do and bigger things to work on, but these are those itty bitty little random videos of fireworks that you just forgot you took on Google that's like, really, this is what's taking up space in my brain. Just take care of it. You won't need it later. You won't have to take up the brain space to do it later. The next brain trick I recommend is less of a trick, but more to just write things down. If you can't get to the tasks IRL, at least write them down. I like writing my to-do list on paper and leaving it out for me to see so that when I can take a break, I could maybe knock something off the list. But writing it down on your phone works too. You just want to get that list out of your brain and into something else. It's like if I had an external hard drive for my photos, instead of just pushing off buying the full storage plan, or in the case of our brains, just piling things up until we explode. This clears room from our brains simply because it's not trying to retain all these little things we need to do. It just clears up the space in your brain, which just makes you feel better immediately. And so when you see that list, when you come back to it, written down, you maybe have a little bit more brain power and space and energy to get to those things, because it's not just piling up and you're just running through all of the things in your brain all of the time, or not being able to sleep because you have your to-do list in your brain. Just get it out of your brain. Clear the list from your mind so you aren't so overwhelmed by it. Try to do the little tasks as they come to you so it doesn't get added to the list. Clear up your brain the same way you'd clear up your Google storage. It's like mental tending. It's the first step before physically tending to yourself. Like, how can you be expected to take time for yourself or focus on your physical and mental health when the damn dishes are staring at you? Clear space, clear mind. Use these tips to make yourself and your brain capacity a priority. And let me know in the comments if you have any other brain storage space saving tips. I love this stuff. I get overwhelmed really easily, so I'm always on the lookout for more tips to get that stuff out of my brain and onto a to-do list, or just done would be even better. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Share it with someone who may need to stop ignoring that red flashing message and just bite the bullet to start clearing things out of their life and their mind. And as always, take time for yourself.